Oop, never mind. Give me a second. I thought I was talking there. Second, but nope, it was just me with the thing. What's it called? Muted mic. So we are going to be building our Dreadnought here. We're going to be carrying on for part two. Did some off-camera work and a little bit of a hiccup at the stream there because my mic was muted. And yeah, I did a bit of off-camera work. Oh god, that's oh god. It's a bit of off-camera work. So we do have here. It's all piped up. And I've basically gone off-cam the entirety of the interior. Frontal cannons, underneath cannons. I've added a large ship here. Just a bit of interesting pointy thing at the back. Just sort of interesting thing. No turrets in there. Just some thrusters and a bit more gyroscope space if I need it. Oh, there is like about 300 gyroscopes and the iron thrusters. So the exterior is pretty much done. Turn on the light. Guns everywhere. Piped up. Not a massive amount around the hangar because they left the hangar quite open area. Then the sides, we've got the this ship which I said we'll put in. There's a bit of a secret hangar space we have here. In both sides, we have this which is just completely thrusters. We have the Crusader Corvette as a landing gear struts that make no sense because that's lower than this. But I guess you could land or part this on something if this was a tall part. But yeah. We've also got underneath a lot of cannons. I had to hold back myself and just do this here. So some looking down cannons, we've got pretty good view. Underneath cannons doing quite good as well. We've got this one pointing back to try and cover that. And back here it's mildly undefended, but I could possibly be able to add in a few interior or some point defences when I get a chance because I still haven't piped everything fully up yet. So bit of interior work, probably a few more turrets in places, but mainly I've just tidied up the exterior and well completed it. So we can carry on. So let's have a look. Okay, that can't do much as thruster bays. I think here is where we can sort of like the best spot for some of the point defences and that jazz. So let's quickly pipe up some of this. Ooh, is there another pipe here? No, just missing. Missing block. So we have got quite a fair bit done in the sense of I've done pretty much next to most of the ship exteriors. I've sort of grouped things. I've grouped the turrets. The turrets are set. The hangar doors are set as a group. The thrusters are set as a group. Well, look, actually, I think they are. If not, I'm fairly sure I just turned them all off. Off terminal. Gyroscopes are off terminal. A lot of things have been done. And now I kind of need some point defense. Not interior point defense, Jesus Christ. But I start putting interior turrets in, oof. Now I need to, because I've already grouped all of these turrets, I'm going to do flak, which is a quite a drastic change to what I've been using. However, I think if flak is because it's a bit of a blind spot down here. I think because of the explosions and what flak can do, flak's just gonna be a bit of a decoy for me, a bit of a okay, I can shoot around and have my backside covered, so I'm not gonna suffer too much. So that flak turret should have good 360 to view. Good 360 to view. Where? English, please. Hangar, be fine. And oh god, what's happened here? We've clearly had a pipe spillage. Spillage of a pipe. There we go. So underside is here. So we've got a flak, which is quite good. I have to admit it's a good position for a flak. I think I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna put too many flaks down there because you have to. The ship is getting a little bit of a I need to hold myself back because I'm putting down turrets on turrets on turrets at this rate. As I think you can clearly tell by the amount of turrets that are here. And I've been patching up armor in places, and I've generally just been doing some work on it. So the flak is also going to be a good idea of what's so like this will be a blind spot. So when the because when the turrets will be activated, so this turret's got a good clear, and really this is just sort of a blind spot in a sense, because you know technically 800 meters and nothing's only fighters are going to get in the way, and also this thing is got a hangar capability, so the fighters will be more or less be a dogfight around this, and really it's not really meant to be against fighters. If it is, it has got some point defense, and the cannons can take them out from long range anyway. There's that many of them, so not gonna be awful. This is more like a capital ship versus capital ship sort of battle style. So I think there's a flat cannons will actually do, because I don't want a massive amount underneath, because I'm already have caked this thing in turrets. Possibly could add another wall of armor here while I'm at it. So we got the main room. Probably were some of them. I've changed up circuits, accidentally deleted them with an accident, and probably reactor room's gonna be here. So I need to check wall thickness. Yeah, so planning out's gonna be a huge thing now for reactors and all that. First, let's just if I can find one to go. It's so dark in here. I want to try and keep this room. I think this is gonna be the machinery and mainly just things, oxygen generators, bits and bobs, and then I think so if I remember right, we have this hangar space, and this could be possibly crew quarters and just little bits and bobs, not much. And we're gonna need to do some quite some work here, but you know she's decently armed. She's decently armed. Well, she's decently armored and armed. Well, she's pretty much a completely mental thing to use. I think the size of it alone, and I keep forgetting, I'm trying to make this ultimate ship that can fight all by itself, but I keep getting the idea of this is meant to fight in a fleet. So, you know, she can handle by herself, but with a fleet she's definitely dead. Like, a few Crusader corvettes would definitely be good anti-fighter like control with it. And this, I'm thinking I'll be calling it the Dreadnought, because I have to admit, I do like my name that I made up for this, but it is a completely different looking ship now. Well, fairly completely different. Got a lot of space up here, so we might have some like well, actually, probably that can be the crew quarters and the bridge, and then the very front bit might be hydrogen. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So yeah, at the bridge. No, I haven't got any power in yet because yeah, I only put a small bit of power in, trying to find a gravity generator because I need to put them in. Right. As you see, I've got this. So these, I'm just gonna turn off terminal because they should be fine. Flight, see if we keep it there. Flak turrets. Flak under side. I think that makes more sense. Then bang them off the terminal, and then there we go. So we've thrusters, cannons, flak on the side, main hangar door, because that was a joke, point defense, X-ray. So yeah, so because I'm not gonna lie, the underside, no one's really wants to try and fly up close with that there, because if the ship's moving, yeah, they're. And the underside is well protected because of the front part. The back part, I have got two magnetic coils on the side there, so they have got some range and fighting in it. Really, we added more turrets. I'm finding it's going to become a bit too excessive. So should we go build the bridge while we're at it? I think we should build the bridge now, because been sort of holding off, haven't I? Been holding off building the bridge for a little bit because I want to do it a bit more later on. I think later on now we need to Try and get some systems in while we can. I'm fairly sure I've completely done up the body armor, well, the body of the ship. I'm fairly sure I'm not going to change it anymore because I've done it a lot already. And the only thing I might change if I need to put some more gyroscopes, I'd probably put like the lower section, probably more gyroscope heaven. But I don't. There's a lot of gyroscopes because a lot of the gyroscopes of the ships that I added in as side parts. I moved turrets, Atmo engines because most of them are Atmo engines. I did ion, but left gyroscopes. I thought saves me a job and lets me have some more space. So desks. I wonder if I could, yeah. It's a little manic, it's quite panicky, bit panicky up here. So you've got people here who can now have controls. Here, I might put some LCDs up and see what I can do with them. So I'll possibly put some. So if they're facing here, they need an LCD. Ooh, could do with an LCD screen there. We put one on there. These guys put an LCD screen up on here and one there. Same for these guys. And I think just put some like what's called the console seats around. Console. Actually, I will put one of these. And put it back here like in the planning room. Like a meeting table on the bridge, which it's quite funny how this space is. I'm just gonna fill it out like this, and then when I get the blueprint for the ship, I'll put it on the table and see the comparison. Because I know my the laser station's huge compared to this. The my destroyer's huge to this. I'm gonna think this blueprint's gonna fit inside this entire room. That's how big I think it's gonna be. Or just about fit this entire room because I think that's how large it actually is. I didn't actually grab the command console, did I? A little confusing how things set. I don't think the mods help with that too much, but got command console seats here. Some got some back here. So you've got gunners, you've got sensors, you've got fighter command, you've got your two importants here. Probably got like your assistants, your actually I might want to move these desks. Yeah, let's forget the LCD plan. I'm just gonna remove the desks up here because it makes a little not as much sense as I first thought. Just gonna I am gonna put an LCD here and or an LCD control panel here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just put more seats like this. So you would walk in here. You have people on gunners, whatever. You have like the meeting room. You got the planet. We got the planners. You got the navigators, or whatever. You've got gunners. You got crew. You got navigators. You got people reading sensors. You got people doing stuff. Communicators. got people doing their jobs basically. Got people here who get yelled at by the captain, command crew. It's a lot of chairs, but it's a lot of people because this is quite a large ship. And saying this is like the captain's chair where he gets his LTD, which he can command control. Is quite good. Yeah, light's gonna be. I'm gonna need. This is a lot of work. I need to put in for interior because I want to make this like a cool interior. Now, what else can I put for the interior room? I might put, if I can. Where's a good spot for this? Maybe wondering why I'm putting this in here. Actually, let's try putting this in here. Because let's say the ship is boarded, we need easy access for suits, ammo, tools, equipment. This is sort of a if you need to defend a bridge, this is where you would defend it from. Let's get some doors in. There's no power, is there? Got a door in here so you can have ammo, weapons, just basic defense stuff really. Because what we got, how many assault rifles you got? 3, 6, possibly more technically. You'd have your commanding officers, so basically everyone here can defend themselves if the ship gets boarded. There should be like suits and that. So it should be technically safe for use. And you've got the a ladder. Because why not? Stairs, who needs them? Oop, dear me. So get what's called this across here. Let's get another one. It's kinda not block off, but section off this. So hopefully, if I remember right, how these ladders work. Oh, why was that even a first concern? That they climb on this side. Oh, it's perfectly fine. So then this is a level sectioned off. So this is like This is like what's it called? It's gonna be crew quarters, I think. If I can do my best. So these stairs still. Yep. Once gravity generated, then it'll be good. Then this will be the crew quarters. I have community toilets. We have the higher up. You have the more call it respectable commander quarters. Command. It's a little pain that you can't really access the elevator, but you have to climb down and climb down the big stairs to get to the this is a little pain. What if we have a an accessed section here to this elevator, quote unquote. So it's like, yep. So you can either go down to the very bottom floor, you can fly up to that, and we have to do the same on this floor. Or if it's a simple, yep, hop on, because the thing is, Space Engineers, jetpacks, I'm not going to do a stairway all the way top, because that's, last time you realised it was a bit of a mess, and you would have elevators for this, so we have, like they say, the quote-unquote elevator. And you go off to the side. You have the access ladder, because, you know, we need to use ladders at some point. Then the door to the bridge. I'm thinking I'm actually thinking I'm going to leave it open like that, because then you have to look at that door. You also have the airlock at the back. So this is what we're going to have. So I need to get on physically actually building engineering and stuff. So I think mainly it's going to be power, and possibly whatever I can squeeze in else I can squeeze in into here. You're gonna have your crews, you're gonna have your power, hangar, and now this is where we can put the technical survival style sort of things. So the factory parts, see all the cool stuff. We have hydrogen tanks. We're gonna have a okay, if this is just gonna be armor, this makes a bit of sense because this is the central point of the ship, and I'm thinking what's behind here is a turret, so that's why I probably want to block it off. Let's do an extra layer. This is a lot of weight I'm entrusting so that my ship is, well, saying it's light armor, it's probably best it's light armor for, even if for space travel it's that freaking big. At this point the Earth might as well be lighter than this thing, how much steel's being put into it. I think that's enough. Oop. That's enough car. Oop. That's enough car. Go. What else can we put in here? Technical. Like jump drives. Oof. I'm thinking we make the jump drives look a bit cool. And, oh, no, I don't. I just delete the jump drives off my tab. Jump drives. We do sort of this. To have something like this, there we go. And then and I'm not really bothered if people don't go back here, because this is just simply me putting down stuff that you probably use in survival, and it looks cool. If you really wanted to get access it, you could and make it look cooler. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's gonna have to be slightly different because of some problems with the refinery not being actually symmetrical. So what we want on here is actually what the hell are speed modules? Come on, Jim. Well, speed, yield. Because we want yield on these. We want these to yield out a lot of resources. We want stuff. So this is going to be a powerhouse of resources. So you put something in to any refinery, it's just boom, 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 resources. And it is going to be the what's called the normal assembler, not the basics, because you know we're not in basic anymore. We're in pure quality only. I'm actually gonna put something else there. I'm gonna probably put the assemblers in here. Oop. Get these fully upgraded. We're gonna have to do something like this. now we want speed modules because you know yield it doesn't work at all with that, and I don't think power efficiency is a problem because well if it was some serious problems if it was a problem. I think one set assemblers would be fine, right? I know I'm gonna have to make it symmetrical. I'm like, oh, I turn off the mirroring again. Oopsies. Okay, I'll do the piping with mirroring this time. No, I can't because the refinery's not plugged in right. For goodness sake, all by hand, all manually. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. I'm doing this mildly wrong. Boo boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo doo boo doo. Actually, why am I doing this? 'Cause if that one lines up with an actual assembler, that would just be the center point. So it'd be just like that, like that, oh, like that, like that, like that, like that. Actually, the last one can just be pulling my tube again, so less junctions. I'm sorry, guys, I keep putting junctions down everywhere. I can probably double stack, not as many assemblers, but I can double stack the assemblers again. So there we go, we have them plugged in, that should be good. Now this side, I want O2 tanks. Shouldn't I put O2 tanks in? Probably should be a good idea. So the problem with O2 tanks is I have to do something like this because they have a single style access port, which is a mild hindrance. There we go, a few O2 tanks. I do mean a few. I'm hoping there's that much equipment in here where we get out all the auto turrets just fire in the center, which I think this is like the empty part. Even though it's not like the production side is not the best bit to lose, this is like the best armored part to be honest, because I know the other sides are fairly thickly armored in comparison to this, which is mega thickly armored. Can actually put some more hydro tanks in, because we probably do need them. I was thinking of connecting something like this. What else can I put in here that's technical? Not much else. Well, there's a bit of room for expansion. I'll just add on. I'll just add on some more hydro tanks because you know, always needed. It'd be probably classed as fuel and it possibly will like a blow up section for all ships needed explosive parts of the ship. But you know why? If you don't have an explosive part of a ship, It's boring. Doesn't have one design flaw. It does not work for the Empire. There we go. That's how it works. Hashtag one rule. Not hashtag. How to be evil 101. Have a very bad, crippling mechanism in your ship that makes you die quicker. Oh, you've already got that. We're sorted. I am thinking about putting some batteries in this section because, you know, the power section is going to be reactors. And some batteries don't seem like a bad idea. We have like some like towers of batteries. Hear the machine come alive! Hear it roar! I think they'll look cool like in these towers, but you know. Now I'm fairly sure the power consumption at the moment is killing these batteries, but like I said, the main power system's not in yet, and this is sort of not really a part of the ship that would be technically explored or used. Like, if you like technically probably probably because it'd be connected. That's where you probably survival sense access this. And if you actually wanted to come back here and have a look, you would probably just grind a hole in the hangar wall to get through, and just put in the door, which would be quite simple, really. I might miss a bit of a gap, but it would be fine. There's enough batteries anyway. There's quite a few batteries there anyway. Let's put a wall of batteries back here. And put like a line of batteries underneath the jumps. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. We've got this is pretty efficient. Put like a wall of batteries back here. Just processing units, you know, nothing amazing. Let's switch to see. I'm gonna leave like a gap here, so you can tell something behind there. It's just more stuff. It's just places to add stuff, you know. It's pretty good. It's probably a producing powerhouse. Now let's have a look at the outside. How does she look when she's lit up? Should we take a quick copy, just in case anything goes horribly wrong? We're gonna take her for a quick spin and see if we need more thrusters, which I'm probably not going to add, but gyroscopes I probably could add into the bulky lower section here, and thrusters probably there as well. But so what's that? 10,000 blocks. Whew, whew. You know she's got some power to her. She's 10,000 blocks big. For God's sake. Right, we're on the command deck. On the command bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 hours of fuel and it's running at 6%. And that's no reactors, that is just a few batteries. The solid 69. The acceleration, not horrible. I have to admit. Braking thrust, not horrible for how big the ship is. Because how heavy is it? 88 million tons? Kilograms. Side thrust, not horrible. Not horrible there. Gyroscopes. All things considered, not horrible. And it feels like an actual ship should how it should move. Right. Not horrible, I don't need to add more gyroscopes. It actually feels quite good to it, it's quite powerful. I think you customize the screens when you really want to customize them, but I'll customize them if I need them customizing, but I'm not gonna put as a blueprint as customizing optional. Look at that view. You have guns down there, you have more guns, you have guns, you... Look at those battleship cannons though, it's just... The X3s as well, it's just... Oof. Oof. She's getting near complete. I'm actually thinking I might as well just try and figure out some connectors while I was at the section, and the reactor's gonna be the last. Those batteries. So if we're desperate enough, she can live on batteries, but moving around probably we recommend. And those thrusters possibly are just about running perfectly fine with just batteries, which is kind of a miracle. Thrusters up here, I forgot about that. She hums like a real ship as well. So gravity generators need to be sorted out as well for this entire ship, but there appears to be a cut off here. Connect the distance pipe, there we go. To the hangar, which is here. I know I should have a collar pipe there, that's just connecting reasons. We can put a thing here. And for connecting with connectors, I'm going to put a few on, but really, unless you're collecting, you're physically grabbing something to collect, there's no real need to have ships on connectors, really. Because landing gear would just be better in a sense. Is that enough? I'm gonna probably go with him, yeah. With him, yeah, yes, that's a good way of saying it. Put about, a couple more here. Oop, oop, nope, nope. Oop, no, I didn't want you to do that one. You can tell I'm getting a little excited because I'm adding features. This is coming to be a real hustling and bustling ship. I'm just imagining what I can do with this ship. And I said if I could ever build that in a survival world, it would be absolute madness. But yet again, the amount of production facilities I've just installed into it makes some sense. It's a warship with enough production facilities to probably outproduce a lot of things. It can produce enough ammo. I think if we give it enough resources, how much ammo can it keep up with its ammo supply of spending it? Would be quite a funny question to look into. Because if it can keep up with its spending of ammo, and by producing it, I think my job's well done. You give it the resources and you can spend the ammo and like little bits of like swags, but I presume that's just because of things. The lighting I probably wouldn't be very minimum if it starts lagging a bit too much. Possibly I have to cut off it. Possibly overhead connectors here. limited allocated spaces, just and also just plate off parts of this. Here. Don't know. I think this was a door. Yeah, this is because the door. There's a mild issue of figuring out how stuff works in this ship. Just gonna install a bit there, and hope this bit here is actually technically thicker. So the entire other side of the ship has not got any connectors. That's quite funny. We only need one side connectors really. The other side can just be storage. Because I've got connectors there. I can barely see the ship as well. Right, we need a good entrance. So if we do, let's get the hanging doors in so I can open it like a airlock style. Oop. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is for theoretical pressurization. I think it's that laggy this entire ship. If I ever depressurize this, the game's gonna like have an absolute massive collapse, like a heart attack. Like, no. Depressurization. No, I'm gonna need to play this up badly. Oof. I think this ship is more for looks, and I think it's that big. It could be used if you dare to fight in it, with it, whatever. Because how many people will actually fight a ship about this size willingly in a fleet? And I would say the answer that to only a madman will. A madman. I think this is like the only space that's gonna have any control buttons on this sort of thing. You know why? Because the other side, does it really need it? It's saying that so it's meant to, what's it called? Because I know the main hangars will be controlled mainly from the bridge, so it's sort of a downside if they take out the bridge in a battle. You haven't got really any hangar control of the doors, which would be a little downside, but makes sort of realistic where you would have. It's more like important. So only people who can escape from the bridge will be, sorry, escape from the hangar will be when the bridge crew knows about it. Oh, I've got a lot of things to take off the hangar. Blast door. Show off a terminal. So if we go here, groups, just as might need to check some of these things about what I've accidentally connected them to, but we're sealed off there, and damn mirroring has caused me a It's quite funny enough, you probably could fit a ship through here, so if you physically had to get like a welding ship in here, you could. In fact, It's quite useful. This building in survival and making it seem a lot easier than I originally thought of how open it is. Now we need stairs. I need grandiose. So I think here, it being steep, is a bit of a plus side, and then it gets. Then we get the actual proper stairs over here. Then we have, yeah. Let's go to the bridge, let's go to the bridge. Actually, let's do gravity generator while we're at it. Gravity generator. Where's gravity generator? Brain's gone dead. Where's the gravity generator? I'm thinking, because of the range, I might want to put the gravity generator. Yeah, that's center block. Like on this side. So yep, you get gravity all the way until. Guess how big it is. Oh, you already lost. Wait, when did we lose the gravity? We never had gravity in this section as well. That's kind of funny. If I can. How far does this gravity run? Runs over here until we get like around here, so then I can say put them under the stairs. So we technically have a small little like no gravity zone, which is gonna be of a mild problem. Yep, so all the way over here it has no gravity, so we can put a gravity generator over here. So we fly around. We have literally like a we have a 2 block gap. So that actually means I can. So let's just go that far back. I'm thinking I can. So 1, 2. So under the stairs. So on the ladder block. So theoretically, we should connect the gravity generator. Yeah. So do we get a cut-off point? Oh wait. We have. We have a single cut-off point. Okay, but how can I increase the gravity field as the gravity field at max already? Yeah, so what if okay, if I move it 1 block over, does that fix the entire problem? We've got a steady gravity flow, so only the hang doesn't really matter that much. Really, it doesn't. Let's go to the bridge. Let's go into the elevator. So how does gravity feel in a bridge? Gravity's pretty good. So we need to quickly groups main hangar. Let's do it on 1. Open and close. Main door power! Haha. Shh. It has fully connected. Oh, I'm still control. Oops. This ship does look majestic. I finally sun came around. This is the top bit. If you get a good look of it last time because sun rotation, but I'm gonna say this thing is scary because you can keep down here. It's a little bit like Cannon Fodder down here. There's a few turrets, a few defenses, but really, the weakest part is the top part, but it's also the most defended part. So you've got a bit of quite a balanced ship in a sense. Because a lot of ships can probably fit in this technical main area here. That like might have a few bits are longer, a bit wider in places, but really, she's huge. This entire bridge could be a ship of its own. That's how big it is. Won't be a huge ship, but it would be quite big. Like if you get the Duckley out, the Duckley cruiser. Look at this. Oh dear. Oh. Look at the size comparison. It says the entire bridge could technically be a ship, even with that. Like this. It is huge. It's like 5 of these are long. What have I done? 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 No! Damage report. I didn't mean to do that. Damage report. Yep. Physics didn't activate there. We are clear. The ship is fine. Ooh. Spectator teleport's dangerous. So I have to admit, some places look a bit flat, the ship, but I have to admit, I think the flatness gives it a bit of character in places where it's like, doesn't make it seem too wide. Oh god, I've gone too far. Ooh. I do like the flat bit of the wall where it seems like a bit of a flat. Boof, it's up. I also did a lot of turrets were quite cool, so have a quick good look for the turrets. What I did, quite small, quite intricate, but we'll get into a fresh world and have a test of this where we can. Let's keep the hangar closed. Last thing last, I think I might actually, for lag purposes, skip out the crew quarters, but you could pretty much do a custom crew quarters in the sense. If I ever need to put actual crew quarters in, I will. I think we simply need to plug up some reactors that were pretty good. Don't have to look really pretty because I have to admit this ship is. It's getting to the point where it needs less pretty, it needs to just actually work at this point. I just can't to make it functional. We have a few reactors here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't. What else? No, I don't need to do much else. The interior work is sort of I'll do a bit, but if you need stuff, you would put it in. That's how I'm figuring this is gonna work. That's 6 reactors. Is that? I might do a few more. Probably do. Actually, let's just there we go. There we go, we got a few reactors in. Like, come on, this definitely needs to be enough reactors to power this thing, because those batteries were doing a pretty good job. You don't need anything else, you can fit it all in here. This is huge, this place. Got a gap here. Okay. Maybe we might need some better armor plating and parts, but you know. I'm still working on the armor plating part of this. Technically. I probably this was just a section I never got to figure out. Like, this is like technically more vehicle space in a sense, it's just space that is ready to be used when needed. And I could do a grand interior and all that, but is it really needed? Do I actually need this? As a lot of my other ships do have pretty much very pointless parts, like, well, not pointless, but partially usable, but not really. For survival, this is all you need. You got hangar space, you got access ports everywhere, you got blooming factory in the front, near the front end, you got a bridge, it works. You got tons of space that you can pretty much. And in a survival war scenario, this thing produces its own ammo, it's its own mobile base, it's its own Dreadnought. It's Dreadnought. It's pretty much its own survival series in a ship. Because what else you need? And if you need anything else, you just build a station or you add to it. That's how much space in the ship you need more. You put it in. Like I need like 10 more reactors or something. You bang them in. Well, that's like this thing needs as a paint job, but you know, I need to rename it first to a Dreadnought, the Dreadnought, because it's not Dracoff anymore. It's the Dreadnought. It's this hell-like ship that is so flippin' large. Like what I've just done is added a bunch of weight, but I've just put this massive armor section in here. I'm gonna do a quick. Careful, don't put stuff on the outside. Ah. Well, I'm still patching up pipes. Might have some. There we go. In places, small connection issues, but you know. I'd be happy to have this ship in a fight. I'd be just happy to have the amount of resource on the ship anyway, because Jesus, man. I think I'm panicking a little. It's picking the flare, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, the back end might be fine. I might just. My spectator's a little buggy at the minute. I think I need to retune the how the spectator feels. Yeah, there we go. Well, I guess it's time for its paint job and renaming. So. Actually, I'm going to name it, have a copy of it unpainted, and then I'll get the fleet copy. And with the unpainted copy, I'll bang this into the hollow thing. The Dread. The Dreadnought. It's not the. It's the Dreadnought. You don't say the Dreadnought, but it's the. Give it a second. I think it's lagging. It's that much. There we go. The Dreadnought. No, it's light. I'm gonna say it's a lag issue, but You want lights in, you put lights in. I really am probably skipping out a bit, but I do want lag safety. The broadsword butter area. Come on, fingers crossed. Let's go. Oh dear, that's... Come on, game. Stick with it. That's the right way around. Oh my god. I can get 100% scale with this. Let's keep that to a 2% scale. Okay, he's moving back a ton. We'll get the idea about that, but Jesus, it's going to be pain to center. Wish you could do a bit taller offset, but look at that. She fits in here just about. She's a beauty though. I probably should have put this the other way around, but it was too late when I put it on. And I forgot about it. Right, paint job time. You deserve it now, man. You really do. Ready for a bit of lag? Give a second update. There we go, it's black. Ooh, it's a good colour this. Now it's time to highlight all the turrets a bit in a bluey grey when I get to it. Give it a little I think if the turrets are like blue in the centre, it sort of will compensate for the me being unable to paint it properly. But they'll be good. Also, I'll put some like dark greys and I'll start. Oh god, I'll start. Don't worry, it's just armour. I can just replace the armour. I should get the character I have. I probably prefer to do as the character, yeah. It's less controversial controls that will not confuse me as much, but oh, yes. The true colour of my people. Not the true colour, but the colour of people. Oh, this lovely stripe. Oh, all the way back round downtown. Onto the probably the flattest bits here. Oh dear. It's a little bumpy. That can go up to the I need to just make the pillar black at this rate. Turret's a little bit of a pain to. There's the amazing stripe. Now I think I should paint all the turrets blue just to have the accent kind of there. I think the bridge might have some dark greys into that, but should just paint on the turrets blue. So you actually can see them. But actually, yeah. Give it the mirrorings on, so don't worry about that, me. Look at that. Ooh, these cannons. Now these cannons need to go into a nice, lovely blue. Uh-huh. These can stay camouflaged. I like them being camouflaged, the small ones there. But these big ones, you kind of just want to see them stand out. The smaller ones, I might keep them blend in a bit more, but I keep that one blending because that is actually the tower. But might have a strip of blue up here connecting to that. So how is this looking? I'm gonna put some blue. I'm gonna put some blue on here. Ooh, get it connected up. It needs to be thick stripes, to be honest, because it's that big. Just some highlights. Just highlight it like it's blue and black. That is actually. Oh, I missed a bit here. Go. There we go. Trying to go too OTT with the blue, but I can't help myself sometimes because it's just completely accenting this to make it look a bit, yeah. Let's just put some blue randomly, because mirrored it will look cool with patterns, and it would somehow. Oh yeah, it needs to make the massive underneath cannons blue, or just do some random dots around. There's that much black, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't look entirely clean, it's just some detail. Look at that, yeah. The front, ooh. Those can be hidden because nope, make them blue. They're only accenting. They're not horrible blue style. Uh, I think no matter what I do now, this thing still looks absolutely stupidly cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need some blues back here, I have to admit. Gonna need some more blue back here, there we go. Some blue, and I think need some blue back here. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. The engines could be blue down there now, but however, these lower bits need some blue actually. They need some blue. Add some blue. I'm kind of scared when I put this thing next to all the ships. I'm gonna make these ships a bit puny. Like, we know what the Crusader Corvette looks like. It's actually a part of the ship. So we know the Crusader Corvette, which is meant to be tiny, is still tiny. But you know, just gotta deal with the fact I might have just created one of my largest ships yet. It's got the reverse ramming spike, so if you try and ram from behind, you're getting spiked. Then we got the frontal ramming spike at the bottom, the lower ramming spike. It's a little random how the patterns technically work, and I'm not really bothered by that, to be honest, because I like it being a little messy, a little interesting, a little... Look at that. And it's on this side as well. I think that's a wrap. I think we've actually painted it, and I actually am liking the simplistic part of where it's fully black. I get the greys, be fine. Get this saved. I'm like sort of excited at the same time as scared. It is saved. Come on, please don't cause massive lag spike. That's the truth if we've actually got something floating inside the ship, which is important. Please, game, hold together, hold together, hold together, hold together. Yep. And it was all attached, so we can delete 2 and head back over to 1. Oh. I think I shouldn't keep building. I think I can leave stuff in the world. I shouldn't just keep building the world though. It's getting a little laggy. So hello my beautiful creations. Welcome back to a lovely little thing called I've got a little new friend for all of you. So we have the biggest we have is my battleship, which is clearly a battleship. And then we'll have the Dreadnought. And I'm still thinking, if this thing doesn't crash the game when I'm playing with it, the battleship would still be the more powerful because that one thing crashes the game. Because it's purely just default turrets plastered everywhere. It might actually work these days, but I'm never trying again because it's just no point. Oh, da da. Fingers crossed. Now we get to compare the battleship, which is fairly large, to the Dreadnought. Yeesh. Yeesh. Let the game get everything loaded straight. So it's a little tanky for the moment. There we go. So yeah, the battleship. I am good with ships. So yeah, so what do we have here? We have the heavy destroyer, the battleship, and then we have the Dreadnought. Ooh, shoot! Ooh, I'm kind of mildly surprised it's turned out this good. To be honest, it's been pretty good. It's not actually a beautiful ship. It's a bit ugly in the sense, but I've converted what I wanted to, and it's been quite an easy build. Possibly there might be better Dreadnought or better large ship I build, but seeing how large it is, I think the squareness just makes it seem a bit more intimidating. Two Crusader Corvettes on the bottom of like shoes. You give it a minute, all the ship systems are like still powering up and lagging, but well, I hope you all enjoyed this second part of the stream. It's been an hour. We spent 2 hours last time of making this. Technically 3 hours basically, but I did a lot off cam to get the rest of the outside done. Turrets are everywhere, and I'm never really want to turn this thing on and fight because I think it's that beautiful. I might do some off cam testing. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or comment down if you want to see something different like you've seen on the channel before. And well, if you want to keep in touch when I'm doing streams, announcements, and probably I'll try and do some more sort of stuff when I can get a chance to do on Discord. But basically, join. Possibly I'll do some good stuff there, something that you won't see up on YouTube as quick as you will in here. Not like videos, but just sort of a picture, possibly saying, "Oh, look at this, da 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 da. What do you think?" Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.